Developing right now, the Office of the Washington State Auditor says it is finalizing an audit of the program that provides federal and state funds to subsidize child care in Washington. Good evening. I'm Molly Shen.
And I'm Preston Phillips. This is part of an annual statewide audit that's scheduled for release in 3 months. The audit covers the Child Care and Development Fund, a $770 million program that's managed by the Department of Children, Youth, and Families.
It makes payments to around 7,400 child care providers in Washington. Daycare fraud has been all over the headlines the last few weeks, including here in Seattle.
And tonight we have team coverage. National correspondent Christine Frizzau is standing by with a growing federal investigation into allegations of fraud in Minnesota.
But we begin with KOMO senior reporter Chris Daniels, who sat down with Seattle's new mayor, Katie Wilson, and asked whether she believes there is any evidence of wrongdoing. He joins us now with more. Chris?
Yeah, Wilson, in her first day in office, made a social media post defending the city's Somali community, and now after a full week in office, she discussed her initial response. Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson, in her first public comments since influencers posted video outside Seattle area daycare centers alleging fraud, says she is working to protect the providers. What have you done in those regards?
Yeah, so we're working on that. So we have conversations going on with the departments. And yeah, it's just, I don't think it needs to be explained why it's problematic to have random people showing up to daycares. And I think the fear in the Somali community is real. The fear in immigrant communities are real. So we're taking that very seriously.
Wilson, who has been on the job for a week, says she's not convinced there is more to the story. On Tuesday, former longtime state auditor and Democrat Brian Sontag said he's seen enough to believe an audit of state funding of daycare centers is necessary, given allegations in Minnesota, Ohio, and Washington.
Well, there are questions, and I'm not saying they aren't answerable, but you don't know until you get the answers.
Along those lines, have you asked anyone to follow up on the fraud claims, either to the Department of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs or SPD?
No.
So there's, as far as you're concerned right now, there's no reason to suggest there's any sort of fraud?
This whole issue is not really about fraud, right? It's about dividing and conquering. It's about making an immigrant community a target, right? There's no reason to assume, based on the identity of a daycare operator, that their small business is doing anything wrong.
Sontag said these are investigations that can take months or years. Wilson, again, saying she has not directed anyone on this particular matter in her first week to investigate further.
Chris, did the mayor say anything about working with the federal government?
Yeah, especially today when there's so much discussion about ICE and what we've seen in Minnesota. I did ask her about that. I asked whether she has reached out to President Trump. She said, in fact, that she has done that. She's waiting to hear back.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
That brings us to our KOMO Pulse poll. Scan the QR code on screen to participate. Tonight, we're asking, should an independent auditor be appointed to investigate potential fraud in our daycare system? Here's a live look at the results. Right now, most people responding, 97% say yes, just 3% say no. If you'd like to weigh in, scan that code, and it'll take you directly to the story on KOMOnews.com.
Taking a live look at the U.S. Capitol tonight, the House Oversight Committee spent hours today questioning state lawmakers from Minnesota about allegations of fraud in their state. This comes as the White House continues taking aggressive actions on the matter.
Claims of taxpayer fraud in Minnesota front and center on Capitol Hill, where GOP lawmakers made their case the problem is widespread.
The fraudsters, many of whom are from Minnesota's Somali community, have stolen from programs meant to feed needy kids, provide services to autistic children, house low-income and disabled Americans.
The hearing called after this viral video in which conservative social media influencer Nick Shirley knocked on the doors of taxpayer-funded daycares and accused them of not operating.
Child care center is locked.
Though many said he came outside of business hours or they didn't let him in because they didn't know who he was.
We're open Mondays through Thursdays, 2 to 10 p.m. He was here earlier. I don't see him right now.
Minnesota state representatives at the hearing today say they've been sounding alarm bells for years.
The Tim Walz administration has utterly failed to protect Minnesota taxpayers and vulnerable citizens, ignoring years of credible reports and retaliating against those who spoke up, often by claiming they were racist or Islamophobic.
They laid out examples from whistleblowers with the Minnesota Department of Human Services.
They revealed that retaliation now includes threats of being fired with cause, which means you do not get unemployment insurance in the state of Minnesota.
Their claims disputed by both Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison.
I've prosecuted and convicted over 300 people for Medicaid fraud since I've been the Attorney General. We're serious about convicting people for stealing money that is going or supposed to go to poor people.
Democrats accusing Republicans of ignoring fraud they say has been carried out by the Trump administration.
A $300 million ballroom, hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars spent at Trump-owned properties around the country, Trump-branded wine being sold at the Coast Guard exchanges, American taxpayer dollars being spent on DHS propaganda ads on Truth Social.
The Trump administration this week announced $10 billion in cuts to social services, including child care subsidies for 5 Democratic-run states, including Minnesota. I'm Christine Frizzell reporting.
Stay with KOMO News as we track the fraud allegations in Minnesota and the push for an audit here in Washington state. Scan the QR code there on your screen for more information on this story on KOMOnews.com.
Now